Hi, this is Zach May with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Monday, the 17th of April. And looks like no news is good news, but the only problem here at the moment is that we've got that August resistance line there running through the February resistance at February highs and also the April peak around 41.60. You need to see an end of day close or a weekly close above 41.60 to take us onto the top of the trend channel there from back in October as high as 42.50. As far as initial resistance is concerned, apart from that August line, we've also got the February peaks, I think, towards 41.95. On the downside, 40.80 would be the support, and then the 50-day line, blue line there at 40.30. But at the moment, we're still trying to, or going for a break through 41.60 to take us to 4200 or so, and then 42.50. But so there's plenty of people also willing this market down. On to the stocks, and starting off with one that hasn't appeared here before, Aptorum. Here you can see that we've just pushed towards the 50-day moving average in quite an aggressive way, but a W-shaped reversal off the lows, which is a classic pattern. We want to see the neckline broken there around the $3.40 level. End of day close above that could take us up to $5. We should hopefully get through the 50-day moving average zone around $3.20, roughly where we are now by the end of the day, given that the shares have opened on the low and are already at the high of the day and breaking the 50-day moving average. The other positive is the way that the RSI has pushed through neutral 50 with quite a bang. So hopefully that W-shaped reversal, it's a bear trap as well on the right-hand side, should get the shares up towards that $5 goal well before the end of next month. Onto a stock which is a personal favorite, BigBear AI, largely because of the AI part, but here you can see that we've got a rising trend channel there from back in December. We've established support over the last couple of sessions at or largely above the 50-day moving average at $3. Above $3, looking for the shares to break through $3.80, which was March resistance, and then head up to as high as $7 by the end of next month if everything goes to plan. Nice RSI bounce of late over the last week above the neutral 50 level, which tends to be a continuation signal, probably just waiting for the 50 and 200-day lines to start rising to really cause an acceleration in the price action. Below $3, it's down to the price channel floor at $2.15, but at the moment we're not really expecting that to happen. On to a new name, which looks as though it's got the tailwind behind it coming up right now. It's called Broadwind. You can see that gap through the 50-day moving average today. Pretty impressive stuff. Broke neckline resistance around the $3.95 level. Above that, not only looking for a break of March resistance at $5.10, but also push towards $8 perhaps as soon as the end of next month, while we hold above the $4 area, which seems to be pretty likely at the moment. Another stock which is on the front foot is Blackbox, and here you can see that the massive gap to the upside. The question now is how much of a retracement we're going to see. Ideally, there's no retracement back below the old March peak and also August resistance on the way down around $5.50. Above that, we could be looking for a retest of today's best level around the $9.50 level by the end of next month. The key here really is holding above $5.50 on an end of day close basis. One of the stocks from recent days which looked as though it had some energy behind it was CNS Pharmaceuticals, and shares have delivered the goods so far. Here we've managed to just nudge the area of the 200-day moving average at $4.36, but our target was as high as $5.50. We could still see that while we hold above resistance on the way down around the $2.70 marks. Above 270, still looking for $5.50 on CNS Pharmaceuticals. Dragonfly is next, and here the shares have been backed here, and here the shares have managed to hit the first target we were looking for at the top of a rising trend channel from back in March. The target there basically around the $5.80 level, and to manage to get to $6.35. End of day close above 580 could be enough to take us to a new leg high up towards the 200-day moving average at $8.70. Big picture target maybe over the next 1 to 2 months as high as $12, which is the upper parallel of the rising trend channel from March, that upper parallel from back in January, so maybe by the end of May or going into June. This stage only well below the 50-day moving average at $4.50, really delaying the upside scenario. Stock which is a new one in terms of looking interesting at the moment. Kiromic Biopharma, here we've gapped through the 50-day moving average, broken a line of resistance there from back in February around $4.40 and above that. Looking for the 200-day moving average initially around $8 and then as high as $10 by the end of next month if everything goes well, ideally going well by staying above the 50-day moving average in that $4.60 area. Next contender is one that I've looked at before here, but it's back again. Here we got Vaxcyte, and here you can see that gap through the 50-day moving average, and that's around the $40.20 area. That was resistance on the way down to about $40.20, looking for the top of that rising trend channel from last year. That's back in October, and that's heading for as high as $54. Perhaps as soon as the end of next month, but the key here is really holding $40, so that's the technical stop loss at the moment. Moving on to another stock which has legs at the moment. Here you can see that Presto Automation is delivering the goods, gap through the 50-day moving average, typical pattern there, and above $2.50, which was resistance on the way down, and the 50-day moving average area. We're looking for the 200-day line around $4.50, maybe by the end of this month, and then up to $6.20 by the end of next month within that broadening triangle from back in September. Nice bullish divergence there also to back the turnaround potential, which we've got there from last month. So low for the beginning of April, but higher RSI trace on that situation. Other stock which may be worth following over the near term is coming up here, Roivant Sciences. Here we've gapped through the, we pushed through the 50-day moving average, but I think it looks like a gap as well. Bear Trap Island reversal in terms of the gap down that we had last month and gap higher this month. Probably just want to see the shares break through $8.40. That's a line of resistance from back in January. Above that, they could be heading towards the top of that rising September trend channel as high as $12 by the end of next month. Upside certainly valid while we're above the $7.20 area and the floor of that rising trend channel. We had a request for this next stock a little while back, Shopify, and shares inching up week by week in terms of that rising trend channel from back in August last year. Want to see a proper clearance of the $48 area, maybe on an end of day or a weekly close basis. If we can get that, then we're looking to not only retest February resistance around $54, but also hit as high as $62 by the end of next month. Reasonable risk reward here in the sense that we're near the floor of the channel, and anything above $45 should keep the bullish dream alive. Last stock up today is coming up, Windtree Therapeutics, and here you can see that we've pushed through both the 50 and the 200-day moving averages. Don't often see that. 200-day line at $12.40, above that looking for as high as $21 by the end of this month. And the way things are going, maybe by the end of this week. But the key here really is holding above the $12 area, that 200-day line, as long as possible. If you look back, you'll see that we haven't been above the 200-day line for quite some time. It looks like basically well over a year on this situation. So it's quite a dramatic turnaround for the shares. So I'm going back and back, and I can't find when the shares were last above the 200-day line. So basically above $12, looking for 21 on Windtree, and a big trend change for the shares. So that's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.